welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Shawna Robins, National Board Certified Health and Wellness Coach, best-selling author, sleep expert, and hormone health expert. And hopefully you caught my other two videos on estrogen and progesterone. And now we are going to talk about counting your macros. Okay, so what is this? Well, I'm a functional nutritionist and I believe in the power of food. I believe that food is medicine, that it can either heal you or kill you. And so the food choices that you make are very, very important, especially when it comes to your sleep and especially when it comes to your hormones. So we're going to talk about your macros. That's short for macronutrients. Macronutrients are three categories of food: fats, protein, and carbohydrates. All right. So what I recommend is that you actually find a way, either download an app or keep track of these three macronutrients or macros. And so there's two different apps that I recommend. I'm not sponsored by either one of them. I've used them both and I like them both, but they're different. So check them out. One is called Carb Manager and the other one is called MyFitnessPal. And both of those will allow you to track your macros. And that's what I want you to take a look at here. Eating is less about calories in, calories out. That's an old concept that is outdated, just like the fact that fats make you fat. That's outdated. You want to throw that out and you want to be looking at your macros. So let's talk about this. The number one macro I feel is most important for women, especially women who are of childbearing age or peri or postmenopausal, are fats. It's very important that you have 60% of your food intake during the day be healthy fats. So there's good fats and there's bad fats. What are those? So good fats are not only your, wild caught fish, your grass-fed meats, your pastured eggs, your avocados, your nuts, your seeds, your extra virgin olive oil, your organic, non-refined coconut oil, your MCT oil. Those are all really, really healthy fats for you to be having every single day in your diet. And like I said, 60% of your diet should be fats, because fats go a long way at helping everything in your body work better. Your brain, your heart, your hormones, your sleep, everything is better when you have enough fats in your diet. And so by tracking your macros, you're able to make sure that you really are getting enough healthy fats. Unhealthy fats are looking like seed oils, sunflower, canola, cottonseed, anything that's partially hydrogenated. You want to get rid of all of those bad seed oils. They're terrible for you. They're awful fats. Any kind of factory farmed meats or eggs that have been, grain fed, those are all going to have very unhealthy fats in them for you. So you want to stop eating those today if you can. So fats are super important. It's a macro that you should be tracking every single day. 60% of your daily intake in high quality, good, healthy fats. All right. Number two, protein. Protein is huge for women. Men, seem to be able to get enough protein. I work with a lot of women. I coach a lot of women, and they really struggle with getting enough protein. They don't know how much they need, and they don't have good sources to get it because it seems that, women aren't going to sit down and eat a steak, twice a day, maybe the same way a man would. And that's fine. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's just that you might need to get a little creative on this. So while you're tracking your macros, you want to make sure that you're getting at least a minimum of 100 grams of protein a day. Anything 50 grams of protein or under, you are not going to be able to make estrogen. You are not going to be able to make thyroid. You're going to have problems with insulin. You don't want to be on a low protein diet. You definitely want to be somewhere between 50 and 100. If you're postmenopausal, perimenopausal, postmenopausal, you could actually even be a little bit higher because we're trying to keep your muscle mass at that point and you're fighting for that muscle mass. So you could be higher than 100. But for most women, right around 100 is a really good number. And I know even personally, some days I have a hard time meeting that number. And I have to be really mindful about the protein, getting good quality proteins. So that's not just meat, eggs, and fish. Quinoa has protein in it. Nuts have protein in it. Beans have protein in it. So, when you use one of these app trackers, it can break it down for you and you can take a look to see what the protein content is. of it. So cottage cheese, that's become one of my go-tos now because I get a good 14 grams of protein and I only have to eat a half a cup, and then I can put my healthy nuts on there and some blueberries on there, and it's, you know, it's a great snack for me to have. So just keep that in mind about the protein. And then the final piece is the carbohydrates. So of course there's a lot about low carb diets and keto and what's good and what's bad. And at the end of the day, whatever works for your body is what is right. There is no one size fits all diets. Diets don't work. We know this. We've known this since we were young girls. Diets do more harm than they do good. So really just finding an eating style that suits your body is really important. So when you count your macros, you're counting your net carbohydrates or your net carbs. And net carbs are the carbohydrate amount minus the fiber. So it's really important as women that we have enough fiber. We typically do not get enough fiber in the standard American diet. So you're going to find your high fiber fruits and vegetables like your avocados, your leafy greens, your raspberries, your blackberries. Those are all really high in fiber. So you'll see that when you put in the carbohydrate amount, all of a sudden it drops down because of the fiber, then it becomes a net carb. And so you want to make sure that you keep your net carbs at 50 grams or under a day. And what that's going to do for you is not only is it going to allow you to fill yourself up with other healthier things like fats and protein, but it's also going to allow you to have a more stable blood sugar level. So it's not spiking up and down all the time. And the best way to do that is by actually eating food that comes from the earth, right? Eating carbohydrates that actually come from the earth, not processed carbohydrates that you get out of a box or a bag or, you know, any granola bar wrappers, anything like that, right? You want to eat carbohydrates that are in fruits and vegetables and whole grains that come from the earth. So I hope this has been helpful for you. And if you have any questions, please leave them below. If you have any questions about any of the videos that I put on there on YouTube or in this series, please contact me. I'm going to put my information at the end of this. And you can certainly download my book, reach out to me if you have any thoughts. I would love to hear it. And you will find that by counting your macros, it's a better way to eat. It's a better way to live. It's a better way to be in your body, and your body will start to feel better and better. You'll start to sleep better. You'll start to have more hormone balance. You'll have more stable blood sugar. Your inflammation levels will go down. Your energy will go up. Your vitality will go up. Your workouts will be better. Everything will feel better to you. So I hope that you'll be able to get rid of some of these old tapes that we have been told, especially as women, right? That I touched on. Fat is not bad for you. Fat does not make you fat. You know, calories in, calories out, all of that stuff. Get rid of it. Let it go. Take a look at your macros. Do what you can. Not every day is going to be perfect. Some days you're going to have a higher level of carbohydrates. Some days you're not going to hit your protein or your healthy fats. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. But what this is about is that knowledge is power. And I wanted to share this with you so that you could make a small, simple change in your life that will have a lasting impact in your well-being. So take care, and please reach out to me if you have any questions. Thank you.